Hello and welcome back to the Daggerwin Multifarm with Freddy. You joined me this morning as I'm recording my last video before my move. And as you can see, it's a rather rainy evening here on the server. But, things seem to be moving along quite nicely. A fair bit of goat's milk to move. Nothing unusual. It's always something. Lots of square bales. That's good. Straw square bales. Different size one, because that's probably the bit. I'd imagine that's where the bale wasn't set to the correct size and kicked out a bale, probably redoing silage because it doesn't do the same size. Newer heap is increasing. That is good. On the front. Okay. Different. But if it works, why the heck not? Plenty of food for the cows. Good level of straw. Fair bit of slurry. 108,000 litres. Ooh. What is the BGA doing in regards to slurry? It's got some room. Let's have a look at the sheep pen first. Hello, sheepies. There's a bale gone inside. Okay. Nice and clear, like it. See, someone's been using the conveyor belts that I purchased yesterday for doing stones. Noisy stones. You know what? If it's stupid but it works, is it really stupid? The answer, no. Let's visit the other cow barn. Ooh, nice tango. Food, straw. Oh, it's looking nice. Bit of manure. Oh, nice levels in here. Oh, that's lovely to see. Hello, Mr. Robot. Off you go and feed our lovely cows. I'm not so worried about the mineral feed because we've got plenty in here. Not even been used yet. So, that's that. Let's have a look down here. A bit of wool to move. Not too dramatic. Plenty of wool in there. I've moved that all up to the spinneries. Ooh. Ooh. Is that? Yes. Spinach. Peas, I think. Yep. And parsnips. Potatoes. And 60s not planted. Okay. No, okay. Work on fields has been done. Nice. So that probably doesn't need it. Oh, looks like it's been missed at least on one. Possibly more flooding stages. Unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Check on this one. That's looking rather dry, and it shouldn't be. So we'll get that before it gets to midnight, and then we'll have to do it again after midnight. Apparently it doesn't need flooding. No, it is flooded. And it looks like somebody's had a little accident driving through the field, but has reversed out. So, yeah, could be worse. Could be far worse. So overall, the farm is looking rather nice. Things are progressing. Stuff is getting done. Certainly can't say it's not. As long as things are progressing, it is all good, isn't it? How are we doing on silage? We could use more. Right, that's... Sure it's that? Yeah. That has to be turned on, of course it does. Silly Freddy. Some of this moved out. Unfortunately, the way belts work with both... Two secs. I mean, it's a design with that shed that it can't handle full capacity. Thankfully, we won't have to worry about it, and we'll only have to put a TMR mix in every now and again. Full 45,000 litre one should last at least a couple of months, with the robot continuing to feed. As I was saying with the belts, unfortunately with multiplayer and both single player, you've got to be within a set range for the belts to actually work and function. It's one of those things that's designed, it helps performance on whether you're playing single player or multiplayer, not having the whole map loading everything all the time. One way to get around it is have a worker active nearby, that usually keeps it going for a bit. The other thing is just have somebody sitting and topping her up. And thankfully it doesn't take long for it to start reaching good levels. But there's other things I can do, like moving some silage around. That makes a bit more of an interesting video than just sitting there. And the lovely bug, there we go. Thankfully the wheel loader is not as bad as the telehandler with it. Action can't be performed there, but literally it does it. Okay. It's one of those things. You always should be able to dump silage within a pit, especially as we own the land. I think that's more of a bug than anything else, because this action cannot be performed here, but yet it is. I'm just moving it a little bit, make the belt's job a little bit easier. That helps me get along a bit whilst I'm waiting for the belt to actually feed the BGA. Now we can move the belts afterwards. And my typing skills suck. Yes, unfortunately the map, we've had this map going since the start of FS25, so it's about 3.5 months now we've had this map on the server. We feel it's time for a change, to try and bring more life to the server. We do this every so often. It's usually dependent on how popular the map is, how popular the server's being at the time. Obviously, if nobody's playing it, it's pointless having it on a map that nobody's playing and nobody's going to enjoy. So we do change based on what the players want. For those that haven't been through this process before, keep your eyes on Discord, because the admins do not decide which maps come next. We don't select the choices for maps. We do vet certain maps that just wouldn't work or are just not cross-platform playable or things like that. But other than that, we don't pick the maps as administrators or moderators. We just control how the vote goes, how it's being run. We get a vote ourselves, but usually we get a selection of maps. Those maps go into a poll. That poll will go on Discord for everybody to vote on with a cut-off date. You vote on what's going to be the next map. The map with the most votes wins, and that's what goes on the server. So fairly straightforward, and you guys as the players get much more control over it than we do. We just end up setting it up and trying to get it running, which initially is a lot of assigning people the required roles if we're continuing with multi-farms. I mean, I enjoy the multi-farm setup and the way it works. I think it's quite nice, especially with the fact, although it's two farms, one effectively competing against another, it is friendly competition. We're not opposed to each farm trying to help the other farm out a bit. We are not out to sabotage the other farm. We are out to just out-compete them through playing the game itself. Not try and sabotage in-game or anything like that. So if they roll a trailer, I'll quite happily drive to the other side of the map to try and give the other farm a hand so they can continue, and it can be equally competitive both ways. 330, what's it, 410. So, yeah. I might have to. Yes, I think I'm going to have to reposition that end. Right, B, Q. This is, I find, the quickest way to sort this problem out. Get this end, scroll out a bit so I can see what I'm doing. Hard right, hard left, reverser up, and try and reposition. Get across so that the head has got a bit more of an angle. I think that might, I'll get rid of some of it. I think that should do. Should be able to jump. It's always this back piece that is the control unit. I'll reselect the front one, turn it on again, and that should hopefully. Yeah, there comes some silage. Yep, that's eaten away, so that'll get it up a bit higher in level. So yeah, the player base actually have more of a say of what the next map on the server is going to be than the administrators do. We will vet certain maps for size, functionality, cross-platform playability, look at mods, what mods are going to be nice, what mods can we carry over from the previous server which have been popular, new mods will get looked at. The one thing that we will look at with mods is functionality, and we try and keep towards a bit of level of realism. So things like liftable pallet bales more than likely won't come on. Not to say they won't, more than likely won't, because there's telehandlers and such to use. It avoids problems, usually associated with lag. We've also got to look at those mods. Are they cross-platform available? Because the server will always be cross-platform. That will not change. We want to include as many people as possible, and excluding console players is not a path we want to go down. We want people to play. Why exclude a whole group that is a reasonable level of our player base? You know, I'm quite happy playing with the console players. Yes, they can't type. A lot of them are using voice chat. Those that don't or can't use voice chat tend to be using Discord, which is also fine. You know, we have these ways to communicate, and communicate we do. Some don't communicate and just jump on, play, and they're playing fine. They're doing jobs on the farm, they're contributing. They're clearly looking at Discord before, because they're doing the jobs that are required to be doing, planting the right crops in the right fields that we're asking to be planted. So, no problem with that. You know, it's simple and straightforward. I enjoy seeing people jump on the server and enjoy their time on the server. That for me is the goal. People enjoying themselves. Me enjoying myself as well. Getting to not just run the farm and, oh, buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. Actually being able to get into the fields and farm myself as well. I enjoy that. But I enjoy jumping on and seeing the productions doing well. The productions are doing well. There's a little bit that needs to be done, but, you know, there always is. I accept that. You can't do everything. I don't expect everything to be done. You know, let's have a look. Sawmill. It's the usual culprit. Oh, Jesus, that's a really good level. Nice. There's some wool to move, but we've got a lot of wool. Dairies. This one could use some goat milk. Well, that goat milk's out there. I can jump on and do that. It's only going to take me 2 minutes. It's not like I've got to jump on and do 2 hours worth of sorting all the productions out and sorting all the animals out. I mean, look at that. That's good. Yeah, that's a good level of food. We're up there. So we can afford to let that come down. You know, it's doing nice. Sheep are doing nice. Look at that. Look at that. I'm not bothered that there's hay. The cows are fed. I'll take 80% over 0. Absolutely. Goats are okay. Yeah, things are going nicely. Let's have a look. Prices. So we're not selling cows. Oats. December. Soybeans. Soybeans. Soybeans need to be sold. I think we'll go farmer's market for the distance. Oh, soybeans need selling. So we'll leave the PGA for now, because it's doing fine. I need a tractor and trailer for selling soybeans. That one's filling with stones. No good to me. Is this one empty? Please say you're empty. It looks that way. Right, so I need a semi-truck. What's this one? That's one Volvo. That's the Black Anther. Where's my other Volvo? Why am I always missing a truck when I want one? There's madness afoot. It's either that or I'm just not spotting it. Bet it's up here. So we'll use this one. Doesn't really matter. Oh, excuse me. That came out of nowhere. Yeah, we'll use this one, and oh look, some clothes need stacking as well. I'm not bothered. Guys do get things sold. I do see that regularly. The clothes get sold, other crops get sold. I do see it. So I'm not concerned. You know, we're sat at 1.8 million now, and that number's just going to go up. For the end of the map, we will have a set end date. That end date will also incorporate jumping on and selling off everything on the farm. Buildings, land, everything. Everything will get sold. The map will get completely done down, and we will get an end figure which will be posted to Discord of how each farm has done financially. I'm hoping that I can be back online before the end of this map, so I'm not just seeing it on Discord. But if I am, I will be keeping up with it, and I'm looking forward to the new challenge of starting a new map as well. Whether I will continue to be farm manager or whether someone else will take on that role, I do not know. To be honest, I'm not that bothered either way. I will happily continue to be a farm manager alongside others, or I'm happy to give up the role and allow somebody else a chance to step up and have a go at being farm manager themselves. You know, you've got to give people a chance. People may shine. Admittedly, the team I've been a part of every time has won every single multi-farm. So it's become kind of a tradition with me to be on the winning team. Whether that will continue, I don't know. I'm happy just playing. I'm not hung up on winning. I'm hung up on getting on the server, having a good time with people, chatting with both farms, trying to help out people where I can so they can become better at the game themselves and enjoy the game more. That is my ultimate goal with playing Farming Simulator, is to just jump on and have fun. Have a good time, break away from reality a bit, and just have a chat with good people. And that's what I get pretty much daily, every time I'm on. I don't get anywhere near as much time to play as I'd like. Unfortunately, work is work. You know, it's the nature of the beast. We must work to earn money so that we can afford to live and afford these nice things that we want. It is just one of those things. It's something that's just got to be done. But where I can afford to, I enjoy spending my time on the server, having a bit of fun where I can. I'll continue to do so for as long as I can. There's also other games I play, and I'm looking to get into some of those as well. I may well share some of that on this channel. See how it gets on. I play F1 racing. I'm not particularly that good at it, I must say. I certainly wouldn't cope in any esports or anything. I'm nowhere near that good. Ugh. But I have fun. I'm having a laugh. That to me is more important than being the best at it. Play Space Marine 2 as well. There's another one looking to get back into DCS World Flight Simulator. Very realistic flight simulator. Not arcadey. Every button in the cockpit works, and I'm looking to potentially get back into doing that because it was something I was enjoying because of how realistic it does play and handle. And I've gone past the sell point. Oh, I will go the other way around this time. It's me talking too much and not focusing on what I'm doing. But I'm also, whilst I'm moving, whilst I'm without the internet, I'm also going to look at doing some videos on single player. I'm going to try and have some content lined up for you guys for when I get back. I'm going to be returning to the servers. Definitely going to be returning to this community because 1, I'm a moderator, and 2, I absolutely love it. So I'll definitely be returning. That is 100% guarantee. What the server is running at that time, I do not know. Do not know, not worried. I will enjoy either way. And there's some bales to pick up from that field, so we'll go get that done as well. Help out where we can. Because why the heck not? You know, I don't worry about doing this as well, jumping in the fields or getting stuff sold or anything like that. Just check there's nothing else to sell. No, I think everything else. Let's have a look at animals. Milk. Yipes, that's a lot of buffalo milk. And I don't think the dairies. Ooh. Yep. Unfortunately, we produce more buffalo milk than we can actually get through the dairies. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things. You know, sell the milk when it's getting too much, because that way we're just getting extra profit, because we're benefiting from the productions as it is, because we're producing as much as we can from the buffalo milk. So it is all good. Same with the stones. The productions are running nicely. Very, very happy. Very, very happy. Things are running along nicely. We've got a good team going here at the moment. Whether that team will continue, that is entirely 100% their choice. There is no requirement for them to stay on the same farm. When we reset the server, we've reset everybody's role as well. And it is then down to the individual to pick what they want to do. Some people stick with the same one, some people move around. You know, it's what it is. I would like to see 2 good balanced teams where we're active on both farms and get a lovely balanced level of both farms doing well and a true competition going. Both farms are equally worked and both are just reliant on their farm managers picking the right direction and snapping up deals when they can in sales, and the true spirit of competition with it, especially friendly competition. And this video won't be extremely long today, I'm afraid, because I've just finished a night shift and I've got to go hire a van this morning, or pick up my booked hired van, and that's twice I've missed getting that bale. And then I've got to go pick up the keys to my new place, come back and start loading, do the main bulk of the move tomorrow. And I should get my computer set back up, which is going to be one of my first things I'll be doing whilst waiting for my brand new bed to arrive. And that's going to be nice. I won't go into too much detail on why I'm moving, because it is rather personal. Unfortunately, I have to move. It is not a choice. But thankfully, I'm moving closer to work, so it means I'll be home earlier and able to jump on the server earlier. There's always a plus point. More time on the computer and less time in work. Well, same time in work, just less of a travel to and from work. Oh, I'm actually at 100%, that's why I'm not picking up anymore. Right, let's go put these in storage, because that's where they're currently going. That's the only problem with this square bales. We don't get as many loaded as we do with the round, but the square bales, predominantly for most people, are easier to handle. Myself, I don't suffer with either. And somebody logging in with the name Owner. Okay. Whether they're part of a farm, I don't know. It's not a name I recognise. Well, everybody's welcome. The server is open to all. There is no password to join this server. There's only passwords for each farm, which are available through our Discord. For anybody who's watching these videos and feels like getting involved, all you need to do is join our Discord, find the Multifarm chat section, and request from an admin the role of the farm you wish to join. Join. Whether it be Hickory or Hill Creek or the name of future farms that will come on. We tend to change the name each time depending on map and just try and keep things fresh and original rather than red team, blue team. It also mixes it up and gets people going, well, which farm do I join? I don't know. I don't know who's playing. That's part of the fun. Play with different people. I've been lucky every time, and I've been on the same farm as Addy since the start. But that's just sheerly through coincidence more than anything. I've never gone on and asked which farm Addy's on or anything like that. I'm not stalking him, he's not stalking me. We just happen to end up on the same farm every time. Let's see, is owner is part of Hill Creek. Okay. I'll start getting these unloaded as we're in a space where we can do so. I've got a funny feeling that's Addy. No, it's not. We get people with all sorts of names, and we don't tend to judge when it comes to people's names. As long as it's not something very severely offensive, you're generally okay. Myself, I've had the in-game name of Freddy for, crikey, 20 odd years now, as I was discussing yesterday. It's a name that's just stuck. Everybody's picked up their own name from different bits, whether it's something they've done or something they've been lumbered with. Mine is something I've actually been lumbered with. People reckoned when I grew a moustache I looked like Freddie Mercury. So that's where the nickname Freddy came from. It's something I've just start with, and it's been with me for 20 years. I don't find it offensive. I find it quite funny, really. And it's a name that has stuck with me since. And I've just sort of embraced it as a sort of, yeah, okay, whatever, not bothered. I think that upset some of the guys that originally lumbered me with that nickname because they thought, oh, he's going to get upset at it. I didn't. Freddie gets the last laugh. Sometimes you've just got to embrace the weird. When I was doing this, I used to hate constantly doing bales. Always did. Now, it's still not one of my favourite jobs, but I don't mind it as much. I didn't think 38 was ready to be cut. I could be mistaken. I didn't have a deep look into the field. Oh, am I going to beat him? Am I going to beat him? Yeah! We're going two different ways. That dairy that's running low on goat milk, I'll get those pallets moved as well. Give me another job to do. I'll park this up. That way it's ready to be used again. I'll leave it attached. It's out there baling now, so yeah. Getting ready to draw this video to a close. So yeah, the main thing for us now on the farm, earn lots of money. For those that are playing, I would love to see daily updates at, say, a set time of exactly where we're getting to financially on the farm. Screenshots would be lovely. Just something so I can try and stay involved a little bit where I can. Right, that's the dairy that's short. So which one is it? It's the one up the hill. Is it the front one or the back one? I can't quite see. Let's figure it out. My forks are not level. That's better. I don't mind doing this sort of work. I get on better with pallets than most people do. It's only 80 metres, it's not that far. As we crest the hill, we'll be able to see which one of the two. There we go. Nice marker. It's this front one. This is the one that's more problematic to drop them off. Get off my forks. Alright, you want to be difficult? You're going to be difficult. There's always one. And it's usually me that finds that one as well. And then everybody has to go for about an hour trying to figure out how to get this frickin' pallet off the forks. Right. There we go. She's in. I'm going to put all this goat milk into this one because it's the lowest one of all of them. It just makes more sense to me. More can spawn and they can go to the other dairies as required. Always try and pick on the one that's the lowest, that way. I need to stop doing that. And that's why, because I didn't reset my fork levels. My own fault. I tend to bounce around a lot with jobs. Always have done. I try and complete what I start. That is something I've learned. Don't try and bounce into the next one before you're done with. No way, that's full. So why haven't you accepted the pallet of goat milk? We have a phantom pallet? You're saying you're 1,000 litres of goat milk? There we go. Clearly wasn't in the recognised in the trigger properly. Every time I do that, and I've just spied a pallet in distress. See it just over the fence. That'll need rescuing. That's going to be a challenge as well, because that's round the corner. Ooh, nice. Like a challenge. I'm watching my video time, because of course time is pressing on. For those who have made it this far, I appreciate my video's not always the shortest. Without doing a lot of time lapses. I've been told people prefer me not to do time lapses on this one, hear me just mumbling away. So I'm trying to accommodate. Get off my forks. As well as continually not trying to swear, which for me is a challenge. There we go. Right. And my forks, and we'll go for a rescue. Let's see if I can get this pallet. Gonna take some preparation and skill, methinks. A bit of luck usually helps as well. There's different techniques for trying to rescue these. Some are more successful than others. Clearly this one is wanting to be difficult. Let's try and bring it a bit closer. As it's closer, got more room to work. Why am I trying to drive forward? There's a fence there. Come on, Freddy, think. That wasn't the idea, but that might work actually. I can get the pallet forks to attach to it. That'd be a roof. That might work. It's going to be difficult to get rid of, but dang it. It's at least out of the field. Oh, 19 litres. All that effort for 19 litres. Oh, you got to chuckle at that. Hey, 19 litres is better than 0. Request. Not really wanting to spend money. But you know what? That isn't a bad shout, really. Tractor's been left running. I hate that. Right, so. Okay, that's the. Right, okay, that's that. Alright. 3. You know what? 95,000. Yeah, why not? Can I make it a nice brown colour? Yeah. Why not? There we go. Our license plate of Hill Creek. Okay, I'm going to leave the video there. I'm going to wish you all the best, and I will see you on the other side of my move. Until next time, guys, I'm looking forward to seeing you again, and we shall go from there. Until next time, have fun,